It's Week 8 of the National Football League,
where we'll see this team's leader at quarterback.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week.
We're just moments away from the action under the lights on Monday night.
We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over. They've seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And leading them out, one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We knew we were in store for some crazy blitz packages from this defense, and already one play in, and that linebacker gets home for the sack. Critical now for this offense to identify what you're seeing and for this defense to continue to frustrate and get after the quarterback.
Only 3 yards that time. They're left to figure out a 3rd and 15. He'll look to throw. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
They'll throw to begin this drive. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. He'll throw it. Brought in right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The home teams and their running back about to get back to work. And he's been a frequent visitor to the end zone over the first couple of months of this season. Right now actually leading the league in rushing touchdowns. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd and 6 coming up here. from the 28. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. Back now, pressure on its way. Hauled in left side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll give them a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw it on first down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Here's second and 11. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing third and long. They'll throw it. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That's brought in by Jennings. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Back to throw. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Throwing now on first down. Throwing the out route complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Second and 3 now. Putting the tight end in motion. Second and 3. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Running it after the penalty. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. That's 5, it looks like, on the play. So now it's going to be 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
1st and 10, looking to throw. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. After a good pickup, their setup was 2nd and short. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll go down here at the 16. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Short side option here. He's running left. And he's in for the touchdown. These guys go up 6-0 here in the first. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. This taken from the 12. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And among his touchdowns out of the backfield this season, this one is notable. On that last drive, he hit a benchmark that he's been pushing for. Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on the play. And they'll have 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On 1st down, they'll run. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys tie this game 7-7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Back out runs their offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he got this close to midfield before going out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll give him a first down. Pass play coming here. Cut by Jennings. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10 from the 41. Still sticking with the passing game. Completed to his running back. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that gives them first and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it.
He has the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he's been carrying a great campaign now into the heart of this season. He's hitting top 5 in rushing yardage. Putting a receiver in motion. Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2. They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
On now comes their punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They'll send him over right. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Cut out left. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and throw it here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll motion a tight end left. Throwing it again here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be a 1st down. He'll throw it yet again. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Man in motion, headed right. Here's 2nd and 7. He's got a man left. And this one doesn't go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, it's a point of emphasis and practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. Their offense ready to take the field now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Throwing from the gun here. Catch made over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's a give up the middle. Has good room at the 35. And he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, and they go right back to it. And that carry gets them up to the 44 on a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. So it's the 2-minute warning from Honolulu. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. This time it's a passing play. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
2nd and 10 now. Throw left side, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. 3rd and just 2 to go. They send him left out of the slot. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. It is caught left side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that gives them the 1st. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down. They are throwing it again. They'll get this complete to Jennings. And he's taken down at the 30. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's incomplete. With 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. So on third down, they're going to go ahead and bring him out to try and get 3 here before the half. From the left hash, this is from 47. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We're at halftime here on Monday night. Now we'll send you back across the Pacific to our Orlando studios. We've got Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
These two teams heading out of the tunnel, and we're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The ball is teed up, and we're off in quarter number 3. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So now here's 3rd and 5. Pass play now. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! They pick up 20 yards there, and it sets up first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now a 4th down, staring right at him. Punt team on the field. And he'll try to hit this one well. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Hand off to the back. And he's brought down for a loss.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
And they were able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. A gain of 4 for them, and that sets up 3rd and 7. They've got a man in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they'll get ready to go on offense. New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Complete out to the right side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Running back sent in motion. Throwing now on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Here's 2nd and 14. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw now. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. This will be a 44-yard look. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense getting all set for this series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll run here from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They're throwing it. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down at the line.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they're going to take over possession. They've got 1st down from the 31. There's a handoff up the gut. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 6 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Handoff now from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect, Kate, between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, and it's headed the other way.
Short pass brought in. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Catch made over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. First down, ball at the 36. Give now to the running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back-to-back carries here. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a pickup of 8, and that brings up 3rd and 6. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That's caught at the 4. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. Runs it in for the touchdown. These guys can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Now they'll try the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Following the penalty, the kick moves up, and he sends it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Oh, and the rush is too much. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Finds the in route complete. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. They're going play action. He finds him beyond the marker. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Desperation time here on 4th. Launches one deep downfield. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's dropping back to throw. He's got it near the 8. Touchdown! It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
That one right down the middle. And his guys make it a 24-point ball game. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now this offense getting set to work here. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. That one's incomplete over the middle. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down. Now looking to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that'll give him a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He just throws this one away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Connecting on the slant. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Looking for a throw here. Yeah, this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Right up the gut. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Setting up a throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. From the 43. Hits him on the in route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there, and they'll have first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end right. To throw it on 1st down. Finds his man over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
From the gun on 3rd down. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. These guys keep running away with this. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys continue piling onto this lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now outruns their offense to take over. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's got it over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 3rd and short. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Honolulu. These guys trying to do some window dressing. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Let's go.
They'll throw it again. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Completed over the middle. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Throwing from the gun here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. They have themselves another 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. And a man is there to knock that away. Trying to force one through there. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Brought in right side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Dropping back to throw. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. This celebration begins for our winners as we say aloha from Honolulu.